Welcome to the Long Island Breakfast Club show with Tina and Greg. We got a song for you right now. Enjoy. Goes like this. Now you know I can't smile without you. Can't smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing, finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you. You came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who'd have believed that you were part of a dream? Now it all seems light years away. Now you know I can't smile without you. Can't smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing, finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile. Some people say happiness takes so very hard to find. Well, I'm finding it hard, leaving your love behind. Me can't smile without you. Can't smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing, finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel glad when you're glad. I feel sad when you're sad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you. You know I can't smile without you, right? We can't smile without you out there. And right now, we're going to turn it over to Valentina and Greg. Here they are.
Well, thank you, Mr. D'Amato.
Thank you.
Oh,
3 thank yous.
yeah.
Thank you.
Always nice to open a show with a song.
That's for sure.
And
that's for
I
sure.
love your shirt.
Thank you.
You ready for the summer?
It's the summer look.
That's
Yeah.
it.
For
I
the
like
Long
that
Island
shirt.
Breakfast Club show.
Does it
Yeah.
fit me? It'll fit me, right?
I don't think so.
Nah,
It's a little bigger than you, Greg.
Thanks.
Well, you're taller.
Oh, there we go.
It's okay.
All right.
All right, I'll be over there in a little while.
All right,
You got
we'll
it.
see you in a little bit.
Terrific.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Mwah. Good
How you
afternoon. Good
doing?
afternoon.
Getting
Good
tanner
afternoon.
and tanner and tanner.
Yeah, that's just because I like to drive with the top.
I'm so jealous. Jeez.
How are you?
Good. Very
your
good.
week?
Good. I'm getting ready for the whole family. There were all the entourages coming
Really?
the whole weekend.
When?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, 3
What are you
days.
guys going to do?
We're celebrating my birthday 3 weeks in
Oh, so-
advance. So it's starting now.
Are you serious?
Well, my daughter and my granddaughter, they're going to be away for college.
Okay.
So I have to celebrate my birthday with the family separate.
When you can, right? Yeah, I got you.
Yes, so
I got
I'll
you.
have like 3 birthdays, you know.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still celebrating mine.
So we have a
You
nice
guys
little
missed
weekend.
my birthday party.
Yeah,
I
you
always
missed
have
the
it
boat ride.
on a nice boat ride, and we go around Freeport. You drink, you dance, you
Great.
eat, and you sing. Can't go wrong with that,
It's-
right?
yeah,
You're like, yeah, okay. Don't miss it next year. July 13th, the most important day.
Every year. Yeah,
Every
it's
year.
fun.
She goes,
Belated,
okay.
belated happy birthday.
Thank you,
Great, yeah.
thank you.
So what's going on?
Not much. I gotta go to my son's going to a camp, a football camp.
Oh, nice.
And he, so after the show, I have to hurry up and race over there.
Okay.
This great coach Brian Jones. He's coached a lot of colleges and for the NFL, and he's down here for a week. So he's doing like a
Nice.
training facility over here in Hempstead.
Oh,
So
really?
it's at Kennedy Park, and he's an amazing individual. And I coached with him 10 years ago. We did an offense-defense camp in Farmingdale University. So
Wow.
it's a really big thing, and my son's so looking forward to it. So he's
So
like,
you-
Dad. He goes,
So-
forget about the show, let's just
No,
go.
no, you got
So
to
I
take
said I
pictures
couldn't do
and
that.
go. You can't
That's it.
screw me up.
Yeah.
So the first thing we do on the show is everybody gets Italian bread.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, it's a family thing. We believe in the community, and we
She's like,
believe
"What are you
in
doing? Look
helping
at it."
everyone.
You're like, what are
You
you
have to
doing?
break bread with everyone, and if you ever read my book, you'll see I break bread with people. That's how I met a lot of great people and all the stories in my book.
That's for sure.
So when you go home,
Thank you
share
very
it with
much.
your significant other, friends, or anyone, and think of community and breaking bread with people you love.
I think it's very sweet.
So I want to welcome these two great guests today, Janine Jaycox from, it's called Long Island Divorce and Business Mediation. I get it right?
Got it right.
Okay. And I know you through networking. I know you through a lot of people from the Angels. And
Yeah.
you're just a beautiful woman, and I can't wait to hear all about your organization and how you're growing.
Thank you.
And then the first time I'm meeting you, but you're saying you met me before, I don't remember. Alan Crystal. I like that crystal thing, you know. Are you involved with jewelry or something? or
Not
no?
at all,
What about crystals?
except buying it.
Do you
Except
like
buying-
crystals? Does your wife like crystals to wear them?
She likes any jewelry.
Well, most women do like any jewelry. That's true. So, Alan, you are like in part of this business now, right?
Yes,
Which is-
which
let's-
is, it's kind of a yin and the yang kind of thing in terms of Janine. I mean, we both have different experiences, we both have different talents, and I think we can collaborate very well and have a very successful business.
That's great. Sort of like me and Greg. He's my work
that's
husband. I'm
right.
his work wife.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And we fight a lot.
And she's
You
special.
you guys probably don't fight a lot, but we do.
We're still on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, that's good. Well, that's good, that's good. I like that.
You know what it is? When you have the confidence in the person that you're working with, it makes a world of difference.
That's very true.
Yeah, and we can tell you guys have a great relationship.
Are you kidding me?
been a
I never argue with her.
Yeah, well, you just did 5 minutes ago when I sat here.
Okay,
Well, that's why we get along so good.
that's true. That's
But
true.
we've grown a lot. I mean, from the first show, when we had it in this dump. Now look at us,
I know.
and
That's
we're
right.
really doing very well. And actually, we're in the paper this week.
Really, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I just got it. I just pulled it off the internet. For our show, Greg was kind enough to allow the filmmaker to do a stunt here in part of the movie that we're in, and we're in the paper today.
Very nice.
Yeah, so a lot goes on with the Breakfast Club. It's not just about one client. It's not just about one industry. Every industry comes here, even movie makers now. And
That's
that's
right,
how
that's
we've
right.
grown so much. And Greg and I have been in a few films, which is
Yeah.
hysterical.
She's a star now. Now I need her autograph.
So anyway, Janine, why don't you start? Let's talk about the business and how long you're there. And then you met this wonderful, nice man with this great head of hair. I love his hair.
That's it. Forget about it.
Great head of hair with a great brain below it.
Yes.
Hey,
So
hey.
let's hear. Tell us a little bit about it.
So Long Island Divorce and Business Mediation is kind of a combination of two businesses. We have done divorce for about 15 years, and the business side of it has grown over the years, pretty much because there's a lot of need. There's clients that I have that are couples that are married that own businesses together, so you're kind of helping them on both sides. And to tell you the truth, when you share your business and you're married, it gets a little complicated when you go through
I
a
would
divorce.
think so. Yes.
Okay.
So we decided this would be a great way to grow that side. We handle all types of businesses, and Alan has an amazing profile and history behind him that he can share with you.
So now, do you also do business contracts when people are in contracts with each other? Like I owned a business with Greg, and
Right.
now it's screwed up, and so now we need you. Do you do that too?
Yes, we do everything you could imagine. Partnerships, we build them, we take them apart. We do human resource issues. We do, if you have problems with your clients, your vendors. The biggest thing is that we try to facilitate a healthy relationship with all that need it. You could have a great client or a great vendor, and the silliest thing, misunderstanding, could cause
Right.
a lot of havoc in your life. We fix that, plain and simple.
So you're
There's always a
mediators?
resolution.
You
Yeah.
guys are mediators. Okay.
So let's say I Greg fires me tomorrow, okay? And do you do stuff like that?
You're fired.
You know what I
Until
mean?
tomorrow.
Like, and you get in the middle of that?
Yeah, I mean, we're a neutral party that kind of hears both sides of the story. We don't represent either one of you. Our issue is to get the solution that's going to best work for you both. And there's always an answer. There's always a resolution. You know, it takes a little work, but coming to mediation saves a lot of money. I don't care how wealthy your business feels. You know, it's a lot of money can be spent litigating, so it's a way better alternative.
See, I turn around. It's like I always feel that if you can, you know, part, go your separate ways, divorce, whatever. If you could do it, of course, amicably
That's the key.
on your own, which would be great. But it's true, the attorneys, they're the ones that always make out. They really do. And no offense to anybody, but
Well-
it's true when you have two people fighting. And you know, sometimes I feel that attorneys really don't help the situation. Some, I didn't say all.
No,
Okay,
it
so-
polarizes relationships sometimes, you know, and it's not intentional. I don't think attorneys have that as their goal, but you can definitely become polarized with the other side just by miscommunication or sometimes not being able to be heard yourself. You know, when you have another person speaking for you, you're not really fully getting your side across.
Right.
So in mediation, having a mediator, a neutral person listening. Also collaboration. You know, sometimes Alan and I can work on cases together that, you know, he may hear something and I may hear it completely different, you know, and the best benefit is to give our clients whatever they need. And that's the end result is that you really walk away okay and happy and satisfied.
So when you do these things with divorces, I'm reading a little bit about it. It says a draft is given to both parties for approval in your office, obviously. So how many food fights or like what goes on in the office when they read something that they
Well,
don't like?
There's a lot of work that comes into creating a stipulation. When you're getting ready to sign one, this has been, you know, several sessions of
Oh,
mediation.
so they've seen it already.
Yeah, well, we've created it with our clients. Our clients have complete control over what we're negotiating and putting into it. We just guide them. You know, we take their full picture of their assets, their debts. We look at their whole package of their marriage. You know, it takes a lot of work, and it's well worth it at the end of the day.
So what is a judgment of divorce?
The judgment of divorce is what gets you the final signature.
Oh, that's
We
the
submit-
big piece of paper.
Well, yeah, you get a divorce decree at the end. There's lots of documents that get submitted to the court. It's a process. Hopefully, we don't have to have
So
you
you
go through
probably
that.
have a lot of stories.
We could write a book.
You
for
should.
sure.
You guys should
definitely
write a
could.
book.
So how long have you guys been in partnership, or is it fairly new? Is this
I would say it's fairly new.
fairly new? Okay.
Fairly
okay.
new, but very good.
That's it.
Well, it sounds like you get along pretty good already. That's a good thing. Because usually when
No,
you
we-
first get together, you know, you find out things, I don't know.
It's too late.
No,
What
it
did I
seems
do?
like
But-
we know each other much longer.
It does.
Well, then
it really
it's,
does.
that's karma then. You know, that's what goes on.
Yeah, I have. See, this is what I'm talking about. I have friends. I have male attorneys, female attorneys, and I have some female attorneys. They have a field day with men, and it's like they've had bad experiences. So anybody that I know getting a divorce, if it's my friend, female or male, if it's a female, I'll say, here, use this one, because this one, she's like a pit bull. And also vice versa with some of the men, and that's where I feel it's not fair. I know you're representing your client, but just because he's a male or vice versa, you know, doesn't.
You know, it's kind of funny that you say that because for me, I think that there are certain attorneys that you feel may represent somebody better.
Right.
For us with mediation, I always try to make it lighthearted. And I'm a car person. So honestly, on my side of it, I'm always like, all right, we can negotiate things, but we don't mess with someone's cars. Man or woman, you know, we have certain things
Right.
we
You
play
want your
nicely
car.
about. Yeah, so we play real nice with things
That's
like
right.
that.
Okay.
So,
So that's good.
but it really just depends on the person that fits the couple. You know,
Yeah.
there's tons of mediators and tons of lawyers, and everybody has a different person that fits with them.
So I'm sure, Alan, you sometimes have people that are just come in, they want it, boom, done. Does that
And s-
happen?
And sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So how long can this go on for?
All depends on the nature of the dispute. It all depends on the personalities. It all depends on how much people want to look at the hard facts of it as opposed to the emotional aspects. Everything, you know, all of those factors come into play.
Yeah, sometimes I can imagine people, and I know they have movies on that where now you're fighting over the silverware. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Well, I've heard there's the big list you have to make. Is that true?
what is
The
it?
big list of everybody, what everybody has.
Well, you know, it really comes down to not being petty. You know, you pick your battles and you make it work. And that's where, having an expert mediator know where to put someone's time makes a difference.
So sometimes the other half, whoever it is, man or woman, hides things, correct?
Well, I don't.
I would assume
I don't
that.
want
I
to
would
be
assume.
misogynistic here. I mean, that's
That's a good
that,
word.
that can happen
What
on
does
both
that
sides.
mean? No, but I'm saying, yeah, either the man or the woman will hide things. But I mean, is it your job to find out, or no? You just say what they tell you.
Just
You-
Well,
mediate.
I think the key is that you have to encourage people to be forthright.
Honest,
If you
right.
if in order to reach a resolution, you've got to be willing to put everything on the table. And if you're not putting everything on the table, it's just another waste of time.
Yeah. So now I see you were a chief compliance officer. So
Yeah.
you know the rules for everything.
Well, I was in, I was an in-house attorney for a national business.
Yeah, I
so,
see that. Mhm.
I helped create the compliance program. So,
You must be very intelligent.
With a
Really?
head, with a head full of hair.
well,
Yeah,
thank-
no, because that's quite. I mean, it's a lot of writing and a lot of rules.
Right, but what I think helps is that, being part of a business and being part of a management team, gives you an understanding of how business people think, what their concerns are, and it's given me somewhat of a perspective. I've also served as an arbitrator in small claims court and for the AAA.
I see that,
And,
and
you
so
know,
that
that's-
must have been difficult, though.
It's
No?
no, you know what? It's just learning to put on a new hat.
Really?
Being a lawyer, there are certain types of skills and personality you have to do in order to be an arbitrator or a hearing officer. It's another set of skills. And interestingly enough, when I trained to be a mediator, it was like learning a new language.
Really?
Because when you're an arbitrator, you're basically trying to take the facts and trying to formulate your decision. You're not deciding anything as a mediator. You're helping, get the parties to come to common ground. And there's an entirely different skill set that gets involved. And it was interesting because when I was doing my training, in the course that I was taking, there were judges who were retired judges in the course, and it was an adjustment for them, even more so than it was for me.
So I see you also have a lot of handbooks and things where people can go to your website that have companies to kind of get an idea of the way you put your employee rules together for other
Right.
companies. Is
Right.
that so?
Right. I mean, my mantra is to try to get as much in writing as possible.
Right.
The reason that a lot of these disputes either start or get out of hand is because people either don't reduce things to writing, or they pick a form of agreement which is very, very general and doesn't meet the needs of the company. And, when that's not addressed, that leads to situations that can, blow up into litigation.
Absolutely.
And, everyone talks about, the expense of litigation, and of course that's true. Lawyers can be expensive. But I think what businesses miss is that litigation could be very disruptive to the business.
Yeah.
Meetings, conferences with your attorneys, going to depositions, going to
Hourly.
court.
It's hourly, right?
Yeah,
You're
and
paying a fortune.
and obviously you're going to have to take parts of your business, and dedicate it to just collecting the records that you need to litigate a case. So not only is it expensive in terms of out-of-pocket fees to an attorney, but it's also expensive in terms of the level of disruption to a business. And that's why mediation could be such an effective mechanism.
And I guess the difference between this is that you're talking to both the husband and the wife, correct?
With marital couples,
Mediation.
yeah. With
Yeah, with-
divorce, if we're talking to husband and wife. With the business side, we're dealing with any of the partners who's ever involved, or it could be employees, or it could be clients. Like Alan said, it really not only just the expense, just the time factor of lost work when you're appearing in court and when you're litigating. We have many ways to hear it. We can do it in our office. We go to our clients' offices.
Right.
Sometimes we do it over Zoom if it's like a client that's out of state. The point is to make it as easy of a resolution that we get, to the bottom of it as quick as we can, so it's cost effective and definitely time
Well,
savings for
and
sure.
it's-
So are there
different,
times?
you
Are
know?
there times that when you're mediating, they also have an attorney? On both ends,
You
and
can
the
do that.
attorneys
Yes.
are waiting
Yes.
for you to hopefully try to resolve something, and then get back to them, or
So
you don't need the attorneys and you just deal with you guys.
Well, the attorneys can play a function, and when in practice, both in a business capacity when I was house counsel and also in private practice, I've had clients who have submitted disputes to mediation. And although the mediator is pretty much doing most of the heavy lifting, you as an attorney are providing guidance to your client rather, in terms of how to approach things, in terms of answering any questions. I mean, they're still turning to you for guidance in terms of should I or shouldn't I do this. So an attorney does still have an important function. I mean, you don't have to have an attorney, but if you do, they play an important role in the process.
Yeah,
Now,
so,
if you don't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are all mediators attorneys?
No, not all mediators are attorneys. You can do a divorce pretty much beginning to end without holding a law
Really?
degree, but positively recommended is knowing the matrimonial
Right.
law. You can attend all the seminars, you can attend all the classes and trainings. Laws change constantly, and you want to be really careful. Like we said, as a mediator, you're not representing one party, but you still have to know the
Right.
laws and how to guide your clients in what they're entitled to. When you have an attorney review, if you have, for example, a high net client that there's a lot at stake, recommendation sometimes is, hey, take this to your attorney, have him review it.
Right.
You want to do a joint session with the attorneys, that's an option as well. But it's really, everybody's situation is individualized. There's not one answer.
well, I was wondering, do you do also like property? Let's say the parents die and they fight over the
Estates,
house.
estates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Estates you do.
Yeah, I'm a licensed New York State real estate broker, so.
Oh, so you sell real estate
Yeah,
too?
so sell real estate. Well, got drawn into that because some of my clients needed to perhaps sell their homes because they couldn't buy each other out, unfortunately, because of a divorce.
Oh.
It takes a lot of compassion. When you do real estate and there's something harmful like that, a divorce causing someone to sell their house that's personal, you need to be very attentive to your client. The real estate side, as far as business-wise and doing commercial contracts, love that side. There's a lot involved, but it takes longer doing commercial real estate. If you're doing closings or buying buildings, things that are more involved, but there is a lot of mediation needed on that side as well.
Yeah, but no fighting, really, right?
No, there's
there's
fighting on
always
both
fighting.
sides.
There's always.
Usually when there's
Always,
finance, there's
right,
fighting.
always,
Oh,
right?
that's funny. So, like, what do you know? I know that you're a beautiful woman. Do you do? What's your hobbies? What do you do for fun? Because this is very serious. What you
Read
do
laws.
for a living.
Read amendments and no, I'm kidding.
No, honestly, for fun, I love cars and I love boats. I love anything
Cars?
outside.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I am a
boats are
car
nice.
person, like I
Oh,
said.
yeah.
So
it's
you
my
must have a
vice.
fancy car.
Okay,
I don't want to go down that road right now.
I think.
We'll
I
talk
do
about
love
it after.
cars.
We'll talk about it after.
Whatever it is that somebody enjoys, it doesn't matter value or what it is. Whatever your passion
right,
is,
exactly.
enjoy it. 100%.
That's true. Well, that's the way it is. And I see you box, you train, you run. You're like an exercise wizard.
Well, you need to unwind at the end of the day, and you have to
True.
get that stress out, and it's a very good outlet.
And you're a book reader.
Yes.
So my book is on. I have 2 books. They're on the table, and my book is all true stories about a lot of different people on Long Island. And it's interesting because I met all these great people with my loaf of Italian bread. That's how I meet people.
No.
That's
Love
how I
that.
break ice to get a new client.
No,
Too.
I love to read.
Good.
Do you?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not unless it's sports or
Right.
a movie I like, I hardly ever watch television.
Really?
Yes.
See, I said you're very intelligent.
See, now you know what I ended up doing? I used to love to read, but I don't have time to read. So you know what I do? When I put the TV on, when I get home, I just put the closed caption on. I need a little noise. I really never watch the movie, but I'm constantly reading.
Right.
So, but people laugh at me. But when you do watch a movie, you've read a book. I mean, technically.
Well,
but
that's
watching the news, watching whatever it is, and I just put it just enough. You know what I mean? So,
Right, but technology has revolutionized reading, because now you could put books on your phone.
And,
Well, see,
and
that-
listen
that's
to
the
it.
next thing I was gonna-
I could
I
wait
have an
on,
audio
I
book.
could be waiting online in the supermarket, and instead of being frustrated about having to wait online, I could read a couple of
Yeah.
chapters in a book. So
I know.
But I got to tell you something. I have an audio book right now, and it's Life Force by Tony Robbins. I love Tony Robbins.
Very good.
And it's 22 and a half hours to read this.
Oh, my
to listen
gosh.
to it. That's the only part. And I got to tell you, a lot of times when I'm driving, and I'll pop it on,
Right.
but then I get distracted, and somebody drives like a schmuck and whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much road rage anymore. So I
Yeah,
pretty
when I
much
first
learned
met
to-
you,
I
you
learned to
had a
enjoy it.
lot of road rage.
That's because working with you, it was just,
Well,
you know.
have you ever seen
helped
Tony
me.
Robbins?
Yes.
I went a few
Yes,
years ago,
many
and
times.
that's very, very powerful. I mean, he could be on stage talking for 10 hours, and
Yeah.
time flies like that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Just goes fast.
oh yeah,
doesn't it?
and he gets you like memorized. I mean, like really, he's just an amazing individual. Met him a couple of times.
It's funny when you say about books, though, because with new technology, of course, it's great to be able to have an audio in the car. But like you said, sometimes you lose some
Yeah,
of the
you lose it,
content.
right.
Right. And there is something about when you do read a book, being by yourself,
Go
wherever
in
it
the
is,
corner,
on the beach,
right.
whatever it is, you absorb it so much
Yeah.
more.
It's
very
you
true.
know?
Yeah,
so
very
you got to
true.
weigh convenience compared to
Right.
absorption.
Well, you
True.
guys know that we also publish books at the Breakfast Club through Red Penguin.
So that means you're going to be writing a book.
So whenever you're ready, you
love
just
to.
call us, and we'll help you.
Right, but the most important thing is that we are both animal people.
Oh,
Are you?
Yeah, we
you
are.
love
Really?
animals?
And,
You have no idea.
you know, I've met her dogs
cats,
and
too.
cats. She's met my
Oh,
dogs.
cats, I got
Everybody
work on
gets along, so, you know, we knew it was going to work.
How many are
Wait,
there, dogs and
You
cats?
don't mind me asking you.
I got 2 dogs.
I got 3 Himalayan Siamese cats, a dog, and a bunny.
What? Well, I'm never
Okay.
invited because I'll have a big
Ooh.
asthma attack as soon as I walk in your
No,
house.
mine are hyperallergenic.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are,
okay.
That's why I'm not. I was going to say to you, cats, and I was like, wow, but I'm not itching. I'm not.
No?
Naturally,
So
I'm
that's
allergic
something
to
you have in
cats.
common too. Interesting.
You know what it is when you meet someone, you really either connect or you don't. And when it takes more work than it's worth, sometimes it's not worth having that
That's
you
true.
know, partnership. With Alan, it was just easy. Like from the first day we met, it was just like we kind of had the same mindset. I have a lot of respect for his law practice and how hard he's worked and how successful he is. And you know, we come from 2 different areas, but like I think we complement each other as far as our business completely.
Well, that's great. And you're in Nassau, and he's
I'm in Suffolk. Well,
Oh, you're
we
in
have
Suffolk, too.
offices in in Nassau and Suffolk,
Suffolk,
but we
Right.
both live in Suffolk. We live 15 minutes from each
Yeah.
other.
That's
It's kind of
great.
convenient. Yeah.
Greg
Great.
hates Suffolk.
Yeah,
He
I-
hates
I
getting
need-
in the car and
you know what
driving
it is?
out
I got to
there.
tell you, it's like I make a joke. I need a visa. I mean, it's so far. It's not that far, but it's just that you know what? When you're going down on a Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, the traffic is horrendous.
Yeah.
And it's just for me, I'm like, wow. And I'm just going right here. Even if I have to go to, like, say, in Nassau, Jones Beach, from here, it'll take you, and I'm on the southern states, 17, and you only have to go to, like, 22, whatever, and it takes you, like, 45 minutes.
You know what? Long Island is so congested, but it's such a beautiful place
Oh,
that
yes.
everybody
No,
wants to
no.
be here.
Yeah,
It's
you
true.
know?
Yeah,
Oh, it
I,
is.
I
You got to feel
definitely have
lucky.
to agree with
Well,
that.
and everybody, you know, depending on where you are, most people are very happy these days, except for the people that still have the toxins before the pandemic. But the
True.
pandemic has changed a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, there's
it
something
really
that we
has.
always do when we start off the show. We always mention what today is, and she hands me the what today is, and of course I love today's National Chocolate Day.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Very
But
nice.
I got to tell you, like we always talk about who comes up with these names, and also today is National Hepatitis
Yeah,
Day.
that's
Who
disgusting.
the hell came up with
National
that?
Hepatitis Day.
Yeah, go get some hepatitis.
Jesus.
Go hard, go this, go this, go.
Because it's probably a doctor that
Yeah, but-
found the cure or
But
something.
no. That doesn't say National Cure Hepatitis.
I'm a little
Hepatitis.
perplexed.
I mean,
A little perplexed.
and I wasn't even gonna read it, but I said no. It's anyway. Giving
We'll
a
stick with National Chocolate
Yeah, let's
Day.
stick
It's a
with
lot
that.
more elegant.
giving a big shout out to Jenny A, Jenny C, Susan Pinky, Patricia. How are you? Bellissima. She hasn't.
Ah,
she hasn't been-
Patricia,
she hasn't
she's
been watching in a while.
watching. Yeah, she's
How's
good.
how's the hubby doing? I hope he's doing. I call him hubby. Anyway, Eliza, how you doing? Paulie Puccio.
Paulie,
Haven't seen him
hello.
forever.
Haven't seen you in over a year and a half.
I know. He's too busy. He's too busy
These are
working.
all
That's
our
what it is.
clients watching.
Yeah. So Joe, giving you a shout out. Joe, I haven't seen you in a while, and Melissa, I didn't say hello to you. Christian, I didn't say hello last time, and I apologize, Kristen, for not saying hello. Bree, I have to say hello. Like hello.
What are you
I'm
in
teasing
Hawaii?
Yeah, one of those things. and Matthew, I'm still waiting for the ring proposal. Matt, no pressure. I'm not putting you out on the spot, but I know a place you can get a really nice ring. Anyway, Mario, giving you a big shout out. Marilyn, everybody else, Bella, Mickey, everyone. If I'm missing anybody, love you guys. So just giving you a quick shout out.
So, Janine, what is your best client? Like, if people, what do you like to tell people? Like, the best client is somebody who.
The best client that I would like to have.
pays.
You mean
Right.
that?
That
Yeah.
pays.
I
I was
agree
gonna
with
say
him.
that pays. That's the best client.
No, honestly, the best client is just someone who gets mediation and understands the major benefit that they're going to get from mediating and not litigating. within a very short time of us interviewing our clients, because it's an interview process on both sides.
Right.
You make them comfortable. You learn about the person. You realize if it's going to work. And honestly, the best client is someone who understands it, and it's really gratifying. It's truly gratifying at the end of the day to say we maintain this business relationship. We divorce this couple, but they have a lifelong respect for each other because they're parents forever. Everything we do is about having the best end result, and we maintain relationships. And yeah, there are some relationships that are one-off, if you're doing a business deal. But the fact is, in your business world, as big as business is, it's also very small. Everybody knows everybody.
Well,
so
that's very true.
Always do the right thing at the end of the day, and there's nothing that can be said. So that's our
true.
focus.
So, two things. What's the quickest that you ever mediated? Someone meeting a couple or a business, whatever, and the longest?
My quickest was a week because the husband was leaving for Morocco and needed to be
Okay.
divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the quickest.
really? Was it?
Yes, it was a whole story. And longest, it's not like one case stands out as being super long. It just goes at the pace the clients are comfortable with. Honestly, it's not up to me or Alan. It's up to our clients and their comfort zone. We're a guidance. We help them. We get them down the path. And sometimes you'll be speeding through, and then there's this okay, time for a break. Some, things like that kind of determine the amount of time it takes. But longest.
Now, not breaking down exactly into how much, but is it an hourly thing? Is it a case by case? How does that work for mediation versus like an attorney? Well, you talk to him, it's $350 an hour. He picks up the phone. I'm like, wait a second, you just said hi and you billed me for 3 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? How does that work? Just an idea. How does that a mediation thing work with?
So with mediation, we have flat rate services for some. We have some mediations, like a business mediation is a lot more involved, so something on like that is billed hourly. But our thing is not to make this life event put the person in the poorhouse.
Okay.
Our issue
You're
is
trying to
that
be fair to both
we're
parties.
extremely fair, and it really
So it's a case by case, depending on
case by
overall,
case,
right?
yeah. But we do flat rates for a lot of our divorce clients, or we have everything is with a retainer in black and white.
So tell me, what was your worst example of, fighting that happened in your, while you were doing this with a couple? I mean, was it funny or was it horrible or is it hysterical?
I think
What?
the worst one I had was actually, and this was as a litigant, in a business mediation where there was such ill will between the parties that, I got to the point where I thought I was making some progress, and all of a sudden it was like something struck my client, and he just got emotional again, and it really is, so much of it is just trying to work through the emotion and getting to a resolution. And it's harder with some people than another. Most of the time you see these emotional things happen in the context of a divorce, but I've seen it in the context of a business dispute, and it isn't pretty.
But I think in the context of a divorce, I mean, there's got to be a lot of tissues in your office, no? Is there a lot of tears, or is there a lot of really punching bags,
Well, you got to remember, I mean, you're talking about, two people who at one point in their lives
Loved each other.
They were their
Well,
world.
maybe liked each other.
Well, they were their world, and now there was a deterioration, so of course that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, the focus is that, especially in the case where you have children, is that you have to realize, love your children more than you might dislike your spouse at the moment. Everything has to be about making it the healthiest dissolve. Even though you're ending something, it doesn't have to be traumatic, and you can do it
Right.
with respect and class.
Yeah, and most people, for the most part, I would think, want the family to still be able to see each other and have the children. But does it always happen? Probably not, right?
Well, you see that in life.
Yeah.
That's true.
You see that in life. I mean,
That's
you
true.
see people get divorced, and they maintain good friendships, and you see people who
Leave jobs and
yeah.
don't ever talk again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's just life.
Yeah.
It's
The
true.
point is you just treat people as kindly as you can. We guide them with our knowledge. We care about our clients, and anything you do in life, just do it with a smile on your face and try to make it as lighthearted as you can, even if it's a serious situation.
Yeah.
Right, but when people decide they're going to go through a mediation, you hope there's an implied commitment on their part to at least try to deal in good faith.
Yeah, that's great. So we have all your information up on the site, your email, your website, your Instagram. So out of all those things, which do you like the best? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all those
Are
different
you on all those sites?
technologies.
You're on everything.
We
right?
have a really good admin person.
Yes, she's
Really?
very
God.
good.
Really?
She's very good. I spoke to her. What do you like the best?
good question. I mean, I like Facebook.
I do too.
I
I
like
like Facebook.
Instagram because it's visual. I mean, it doesn't really work as much for an attorney as it might work for other fields.
Right.
But the good thing about Instagram is you do reach a different demographic.
And it's different people.
Yeah.
Definitely is. Don't you think, Greg?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Even though I'm kind of old school. I mean, I'm not a media person. I mean, of course I play around with the phone.
He is a
whatever
media
it is.
person. We
I
have this show
I
about
just-
a media person.
No, but meaning I don't sit there and look at the phone and
Right.
TikTok and
Right.
Facebook, and I don't
No.
have the
Well,
patience for that.
well, you have to have a lot of
Everybody's
time.
airing their laundry. Everybody's always, I don't like that.
I agree with you.
I don't
There's
like
things
that.
that don't belong on Facebook.
It's great. It's a good
Absolutely.
tool,
Yeah.
to help,
think-
promote things. But just sometimes people just get so carried away with it.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
okay to see the real side of someone. I'm like, oh, this person has a nice family or this or that. But, just be careful what you post,
Oh, absolutely.
Because I will say that it can cause a divorce.
This is true. So in your little bag, because you're a man and then she's a woman, you both got masks for your face because men have skin too. So there's a mask in that bag with your bread. It's a specialized mask. It's very natural, and I want you to try it too.
Okay. And
All
next
right.
time I see you, I'll let you know how I liked it.
Okay.
And the bread.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you to step down a minute because we have our next guest coming up. But Janine, you could stay because we don't have a third guest today.
Right.
But I want to mention that we got a visit today from Rhonda Kulch from Equity First. She surprised us, so she's here in the audience. And she's coming on in 2 weeks. So, Rhonda, it's great to see you. And
Rhonda, she just stepped away
it's
for a
been
sec.
a pleasure.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
both very
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you.
Enjoyed it a great deal.
Oh, I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
Thank you. So, Mr. Zamato, that was a very nice song you sang to start off the show.
You know, and I was thinking about it.
Thank you, thank you.
I'd like you to make a song for me one day.
First of all, you don't know how excited I am standing here because my other life, as I have told you
My
many
other
times,
life.
well, I have many lives.
Okay.
I happen to teach at Manhattan College for 21 years, and I teach
That's right.
conflict management and
That's right.
complex adaptive systems. I'm a certified mediator.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice to
I'm
meet
sitting
you.
here going like this, and and everything that was being talked about, I'm saying, yeah, and I actually have done many mediations in business. And when you talk about, you were talking about the emotions, the layperson may think only in divorce is there emotions. Let me tell you something. In business, the emotions are very high when there is conflict.
100%.
Very high.
And they're two different types of mediation.
Exactly,
Completely
exactly.
different.
I guess, yeah, when partners disagree, it's tough.
And when I did work for Con Edison, I introduced conflict management as a way to resolve issues in the workplace.
Yeah.
And I got to say, it really worked.
And you're still doing it. You're at which college?
Well, at Manhattan College, yeah.
Yeah,
And
That's great.
so that's why I'm standing here, very excited, hearing this the
You
topic.
were getting back
and-
into the old
yes.
days.
I have to
Yes.
tell you something. So the song "I Can't Smile Without You," I used to sing to my children in the car. That was my favorite Barry Manilow
Wow.
song. My children were little; they would die if they knew I was singing this right now. But I would torture them in the car with their friends and sing that song to them. I do not have a great voice like you, though.
Well, one of the reasons that I opened up with that is for Valentina because it's a special song for her. But also next week, Barry Manilow is going to be at the UBS Arena right here in our
yes,
own backyard.
right down the block.
He's
Yes.
amazing
I've seen him.
in
I've seen him in
concert.
Yes,
concert.
and we are
Amazing,
going, so we're
amazing.
very excited about seeing him again.
He's
so.
wonderful.
That's great.
Great job on it, by the way.
So now
Thank you.
I'm looking at your list.
Oh, my
It's
schedule?
growing and growing and growing and growing.
Look at
It's
this one.
yeah.
I know,
just,
I know.
like, I can't keep up anymore. I just got today. We got hired for New Year's Eve. So
Already?
yeah, already. And the private parties are coming in droves.
How
So
nice.
it's
great.
really taking off. You know what it is? We bring music, love, and memories, as you know,
You do,
to
yes.
everywhere we go. And I say, as long as people still enjoy this type of music, we're going to keep doing it.
And they do.
And
I
as
mean,
long as we could do it,
whenever
we'll do
we're
it, you know.
around, your music, forget about
Well,
it.
whenever I'm out, I always say, we have the rock bands, we have the acoustic people, we have all different types of music going on. We're just another style of music that, as an alternative to maybe the rock bands, if you want to just sit back and remember the oldies or the memories. That's what we do.
Well, we love the
So-
Bobby Darin,
Yes, I know.
the Bobby
Yes,
Rydell,
Bobby Rydell and all of that, yes.
50s. But we're here also to talk a little bit. You're going to be a Saturday at Mia's.
All right, so this weekend is a busy weekend coming up. Tomorrow evening weather permitting, we're going to be doing a free concert in Floral Park,
Oh,
That's
at
great.
the
right
play-
at Memorial
Wait,
Park.
what time? What time? What time?
It's going to start at 7:30,
Okay.
and that is located right on Plainfield Avenue and Tulip Avenue.
Yeah, and all the Floral Parkers will be
All
there.
the Floral Parkers will be
That's it. Oh,
there.
You'll be in. You'll be.
I can't. I got a busy
re-
weekend. I can't
Yeah,
go.
so
Oh,
if,
oh.
I'm
if
missing everything this
we've
week.
already
Really?
discussed with the town that if tomorrow, there's claiming rain, but you never know, things change. If it does rain, we're probably going to do it September 9th. That might be the rain date, but I'll put that out on all of social media tomorrow,
Oh,
as
yes,
you know.
will. Oh, yeah.
And then this is very exciting because this is our
Right.
first going back to the new Mia's under
Right.
the new management. We have had a great relationship with Mia's over the past 2 years. And I have to say, the Long Island Breakfast Club was always there for us.
Yeah, well, we
always
like
there
going.
with the big tables, and it changed ownership. And
Yeah,
the
and
young
he's
man,
very nice. I met him. His name
the
is
young man
Kevin.
Kevin, yep,
And we're hoping
Kevin
to...
and Jen, right? Kevin
yes.
and Jen, yes.
I didn't... Jen is the sister.
Then
right?
Jen is his sister.
But
yes.
Kevin is a young entrepreneur
Yes.
in the restaurant business. His father was too. And they're changing everything at Mia's. It's going to be totally new,
Yes.
everything in a month. But right now, they doing very well. And I like the new looks that they
I like the
put
new
up.
look too. Yes, I really do. So this is our first chance of being back and performing for the people.
And it's Saturday, right?
It's Saturday night, July 30th. We'll be starting at 7 p.m. at Mia's of Valley Stream.
I know
31
Susan's
Rockaway
going
Avenue.
with some of the
Susan's
Breakfast
coming.
Club girls.
Susan will be there.
You know, Susan can't not go.
Susan always surprises me. She always shows up somewhere. She showed up at the Broadway Tavern a few weeks back with Jenny.
You're
Yes,
kidding.
they
I didn't.
showed up,
Oh,
yes,
they didn't tell
and,
me.
we had a
I
real good
wasn't
time.
around that
That's an
day.
outdoor venue.
Yeah.
And great time over there. And all the Kiwanis
That's
Club
right,
was there
that's
that
right,
day.
that's
Our
right, that's
Kiwanis
right.
Club,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they
I
had a
thought you knew
great
about it,
time.
yeah.
All the
Malvern,
there was
yeah.
a whole table of ladies from the
Yep,
Kiwanis.
that's
Oh,
right.
how nice.
And we had a ball. We had a really good time. So,
Well, you're really circulating everywhere.
well, that's
Do you know I know
That's
this
what we
man
do.
from when we
many,
were very
many
young?
years ago.
She tried to date him.
I
Yes.
did.
Well, Valentina's beautiful, so yeah, no.
Valentina, I call Valentina a beautiful soul.
She really
So,
is.
I
She
have
really
and
is.
she always
I hope so.
smiles.
She really is there to help everybody. And
Yes, she is.
do the best
Definitely.
she
Well,
can.
Floral
Definitely.
Park, you know, is very near and dear to us because
Yes.
I was raised there. My family, my children.
My mom
you know.
was raised in Floral Park
You're
too.
Oh,
kidding.
wow.
I probably
So
know
how did you
her.
end up out there?
Well, my parents got to married.
okay.
Yes.
I had nothing to do with all the.
Okay, I was like, all right, wait a second. How'd you end up out there?
So, do you still have friends and everything in Floral Park?
I don't. It's been a long time.
I see.
I'm old at this point.
No.
Come on.
No,
I'm going to the 7th floor in a few days. The 7th floor for me. I can't believe it. But
You know, it just keeps smiling.
it gets
keeps you young.
better each
It
year.
gets better each year. That's right.
Yeah,
we just
it's
keep.
true.
I was, I turned 69 last week, so.
Happy
I just
birthday.
Keep, thank you. And
You're
I
like a
just keep
bottle of
going.
wine. You just
Bottle
keep
of wine.
getting better and
Please
better,
don't-
right?
I don't like that part. I don't like that part at all, really. To be honest with you, I turned around like I was just telling everybody was laughing at me because everybody flips the number around. Well, you can't flip the 69 to 96.
Right.
But I went from 56 to 65
Okay.
because when I tell people I'm 65, they go, "You look great." So I like that part.
I think
That
when
is
you
the
get
good
to
part.
no,
Yeah.
but when you get to a certain age, you're almost
Yeah.
like I'm.
That's right.
You get
70.
a confidence. No,
That's
you know
right.
what
You
happens?
get that thing where you want people to know your age.
Yeah.
You get a confidence as long as you smile. And I really believe being happy keeps you younger. You know,
Well,
have a
that's true.
passion. Don't lose a passion because once you
Positivity.
don't have
I
that.
have to tell you, I did an outdoor concert last week. It was at Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Franklin Square, and it was a tough gig. It was outdoors.
Oh.
I was up there for 3 hours on a stage.
Ugh,
Good for
and
you.
it was
It was the
hot.
first time I ever said my age when I was performing, because I wanted people to know, hey, I'm, and
a
Still
lot of
going.
work.
That's it.
it's
That's
a
right.
lot of work,
That's right.
and I'm still up here, and I'm still doing it, you know.
Right.
And everybody cheered, and it was just a lot of fun. You know, I said,
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
well, you get the crowd going.
Yeah, you always do.
That's like unbelievable what you do.
so,
So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna miss you for the birthday show,
well,
but
as you know, I have a job that day, a singing job.
which we
I'll
want
be
you to do
performing.
exactly.
And it's going to be. This is one of my favorite types of jobs, though. As I told you many times, I perform at the Atria of Great Neck, and that is my favorite audience. They
Really?
truly are. They are my favorite audience. And this now is some women from the Parker Jewish Hospital they take the people out, the seniors, to a
I
restaurant.
think that's great.
And they called me and they said, we'd like you to entertain. And I'm going to be going all over Long Island entertaining these
And I'm
folks
sure the
at different
restaurant is
restaurants.
probably happy because the
Sure.
whole restaurant gets to
Sure,
eat when
exactly.
they're paying for it.
So,
And this
but
is
it is
medical.
my favorite type of audience because you know what we're doing? We're bringing joy to people that otherwise may not have that joy, and that's really what I love, you know. And especially when I sing at the Atria, that is like
Wait, the Atria right there in Mount
In
Maverick?
Great Neck.
Oh, Great
In
Neck, I'm
Great
sorry.
Neck,
Because
yeah.
there's another one right here in Maverick.
yeah. Well, they have
And
a whole
Roslyn,
bunch.
Oh,
Of
they have a
They're
whole
all
bunch of
over.
right, yeah.
The Atrias are like the White Houses of
yes,
Long Island.
yes, they are.
I worked in
Yes.
one for 7 days.
And she got fired.
Didn't work.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, okay.
They thought I was a client. They thought I was one of the patients.
I see.
And
I
then,
wonder why.
Yeah, really.
I just wonder why. All right, I
And
won't say that.
then,
Okay.
you know, when they
We're gonna need a
realized-
mediator right
Yeah.
now, okay?
Exactly.
I'm need a mediator in a minute.
And you have to have roller skates to work at an Atria.
Yes.
And I left on a stretcher, okay? Because
Wow.
it's like being on the Love Boat. No, I'm seriously. I
Yeah,
was too old. That I couldn't do. That I would admit.
What's it like being on a love boat?
Yeah,
That's what
well,
I want to know.
I didn't have any love, but you know. No, you have to do a lot.
Greg always comes up with the good questions.
Yes. So, you going to sing again for us?
Yes, I'll do another
We'll miss
song.
you on the 250th show, but you'll be back.
Is that the same day as your birthday? That's
Yes.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
it was going to be a separate show.
No, it's one whole show.
Well, I was here for the 200th,
Yes,
That's
and
right.
we'll have you
but
back
I will
again.
miss you, and I'll definitely be back. I love being here.
Yes,
It's
and
it's a great show.
I spoke to Eddie Sessa. He's going to
Okay.
fill in for you.
Now, before I leave,
Mm-hmm.
today is a special day. As we all know, every entertainer has a partner, and my partner is Ray McKnight.
Yes.
Ray provides my sound and lighting. He's one of the best in the business.
Big shout out to Ray.
And what we want to say today is happy birthday, Ray.
Happy birthday, happy birthday,
I
Ray.
didn't know
Happy
that.
birthday to
buddy.
Ray McKnight. Everybody knows Ray McKnight.
He's a doll.
He is the man behind the curtain. He just sits in the back, provides sound, and he's wonderful. He's a great partner
Brings
in
his
this business.
piano, you know,
He
his
really is.
organ.
He
and
brings his whole, spiel. He
Entourage.
brings the laptop and the soundboards and everything, and he sets everything up. And just a great guy. So
Well, happy birthday, Ray. We'll get you next time we see you.
yes.
We'll definitely get you.
Don't
So
worry,
wanna-
she'll
wanna
get you,
do
buddy.
Another song right now?
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
why
please.
not?
Let's do it. Okay, we're going to do another song right now, Cliff. As soon as Cliff gets us ready, we're going to turn the camera around. And whenever I think of this song, it's a beautiful song. It has such beautiful words. It's from, I believe it was done in Man of La Mancha. I always think of Valentina, so I'm going to dedicate this to
You know, you
Valentina.
think a lot of Valentina.
It's called The Impossible Dream.
So how come we never
So
went on that date?
We will. This is for your birthday, Valentina, being that I can't be here that day. So this song is
Thank you,
especially
sweetheart.
for
You're
you.
a doll.
And all the stories are in her book too.
Oh yeah.
So if you listen to this song, read the book. Right, Valentina?
Oh yeah, they're all true.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to be better far than you are, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to be willing to give when there's no more to give, to be willing to die, so that honor and justice may live. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Thank you.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Great
much.
job.
Really, you're terrific. We really appreciate you. So, if anybody wants to see where he's playing, his all his gigs are on our website, on our Facebook,
Facebook, Instagram.
and
all right.
could always call me.
Valentina is always posting them
Yes.
on the Long Island Breakfast Club
Yeah.
show, so
Yeah.
everybody can see where they are.
And
So
we
thank you
go
so
a
much.
lot, so if we see you there, then you know you wind up hanging with us. We're
Thank
kind
you.
of a lot
He
of fun.
signs autographs, everything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right?
So thank you. So this was a good show. Huh?
Yes, it
Very
was. Yes,
nice.
it was.
I learned
Yes,
a
it
lot from
was.
you today.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you so much for
informative.
having me.
Very
It was
informative.
great.
Very
And the
informative.
nice thing about the way we do it here is we ask simple questions because you know there's all these people that talk, you know, through the books. I'm very old-fashioned. I want to know from the nuts up, you know, how, who, what, when, and where.
I think it's being real, being
And
a real person.
that's
That's
much
right.
easier to
That she is.
understand.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I do.
I think you guys
So-
are great, and I give you a lot of credit.
Yeah. Well,
She's amazing.
he's amazing too.
Oh, I
what can
love
tell
her.
you?
Don't worry.
Let
Are
me
you
count the
kidding?
ways.
Stop it now. He's getting jealous.
You guys
love
compliment
it.
each other.
No, we
Honestly, I
do.
think
We
it's
get
great.
along great.
This
He's
is
my
what
husband.
partnerships are supposed to be.
He's
Get
my
it? That's
husband.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
She's
So
look, I told you I need a divorce. Not yet.
A
We're
divorce
we're not getting
attorney.
Mediator's not going to work. A divorce attorney I'm going to need with this one. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
no, but
But I really want to thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bob. Thank you, everybody.
yeah, and we got the girls here. Our team, we have a great
Rhonda,
team.
thank you, Rhonda. She's back
And
there.
Rhonda's coming back
And
in
she's
2
coming
weeks on
back
the
in 2
big
weeks.
show.
That's right.
That's going to be a
That's right.
crazy show. Lots of goodies, lots of food, lots of music, and lots of fun.
Thank you, Susan.
You're
Thank you,
invited
Jenny.
back. Anybody could come to the 250.
Anytime,
Thank you. I'm looking
anytime,
forward to it.
anytime.
We can have a big audience, a lot of networking. And Cliff,
Oh, and
Cliff only
he's
has one more show
he's
with
so
us.
special, Cliff.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at him.
leaving in
You
one
gotta see
more
that smile.
show.
One
Look
day
at him.
we have to get him on the show
yeah, the last show, Cliff.
so he could tell everybody how wonderful
He
it is
loves
to work
us.
with us.
Cliff
Look like he
loves
goes
us.
no.
He's like, no.
He goes no. Look at him no.
Well, we got one more, and then we start with somebody new after the next show. So,
He's going to bigger and better things.
yeah, he's going to be going to a great college.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
terrific,
Right.
smart young
That's right.
man.
I used to tutor him when he was a little totter. I'm just teasing.
So
teasing.
anyway, I think
But anyway,
we're doing good.
yeah,
with our
yeah. So
sponsors,
yes, our sponsors. We want to thank our sponsors, Tranquility Spa, Angela, for all your massage needs at 700 Franklin Avenue. Yes, 700 Franklin Avenue in Franklin Square. Then we have Oral Puro Gold, Teddy, Christine. We have to come by and see you. Say hello. Thanks for all the things that you do, and for hanging in with us.
Yeah,
Really
they're
appreciate
terrific.
you a lot. Really,
Yes.
thank you for everything that you do. And then we have the Prince of Taxes at Jackson Hewitt. Prince, he's also another amazing man. If you have any problems with taxes or anything, he does everything. So please see him. Wait, I forgot to mention 1033 Hempstead Turnpike in Franklin Square, and then 768 Hempstead Turnpike, Franklin Square for Jackson Hewitt. I'm sorry if I missed that.
Yes,
I
and
apologize.
also if you guys want to try the new spa in Levittown,
Oh, yeah, I forgot
just
about the
let
new
me
one.
know.
That's right.
We're posting it.
That's
and
right, that's right.
It has 2 beautiful salt caves like you cannot believe.
You're gonna love
And
it.
There's even sand on the ground and everything. It's a great thing to go with some ladies or some
That's right.
men, whatever. Bring a bottle of wine, hang
It's not
out,
a nudie kabooty place. Listen,
and
to
then
I'm telling you.
get
Okay?
a nice massage on your feet, your ass, your
look
legs,
at this.
whatever. Whatever you want
floats your boat.
massaged.
That's all. Whatever
okay?
floats your boat.
And
That's it.
it's a great place, so you could just let me know if you want to go. And
So, guys,
looking
thank you so
forward
much.
to the
Again,
weekend.
please share this, guys, and